Welcome everybody to Crows of Judgment stream. How y'all doing? I wanted to cover a different topic tonight because I thought it'd be fun. But I noticed that the videos I did on Pyrocynical are still getting a ton of views, and I'm getting a ton of fucking comments. And I will be doing a video, and maybe it will be uploaded tomorrow. I might just record it after the stream. I'm gonna do a very short video going over Pyrocynical's response, the original one that everyone said is all lies and shit, and try to be as concise as I can about that. But one thing came to my attention, and I gotta say, I'm really not happy that people are trying to go this route. And let me see if I can pull it up. Let's see here. Because, and to my understanding, this has been actually removed from the Reddit for Pyrocynical. So good job to the mods who did that, because somebody was trying to make it out that Ivory was making threats towards Pyrocynical. And that's fucked up. Fuck you, right? I hope you read this. I will actually forgive you if you got the guts to put out a reasonable apology. I talked to a PR and he said he can take your channel down according to YouTube policy of child harassment. Please, I don't want to be the reason for that. And I hope you forget about your ego for once and apologize for what you did to me. I've been quite clear with my tweets, but you keep focusing yourself with big ego. Apparently, you're trying to prove yourself innocent. We're all humans and make mistakes. Apologize and try to help yourself. After all, I'm not sure it's worth it to lose all your subscribers and remain arrogant. Thanks for reading. This, to be clear, was not put up by Ivory. It was absolutely not, to everything we've been able to confirm. And people did like message me wanting me to, talk about it. Some people said, I don't think it's legitimate, but can you verify? Everything I've been able to find out said that this is 100% not from Ivory. And whoever did this, go fuck yourself. Because this is not how you handle shit. Pumping out misinformation. Like, if that's the route you're going to go, then all you're going to do is actually hurt your own fucking cause. So fucking stop. Knock it off. That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. But I will go over, like I said, I'll record a video talking about Pyrocynical's initial response that everybody called lies, lies, lies. And yeah, I think it should be fun. Anyways, tonight's stream is talking about Ethan Ralph. And I think that's a little bit more fun to talk about, because I see some similarities in the sense of grooming allegations and oh, what was this? Yeah, but what if I just beat all of you up instead? Didn't think of that, huh? Better watch it, pal. Yeah, keep walking. Hey, Cat Sheep, how you doing? Wait, is that what your first persona thingy is? A cat person? Because I don't see the cat. I thought it was a sheep. Sorry. I'm not educated on the furry lifestyle. Anyways, Ethan Ralph was just arrested yesterday on charges of releasing revenge porn. And yeah, there is some solid fucking evidence of him doing that. So let's cat sheep, sorry. Let's talk about that. But first, I want to clown on the guy a little bit. Where is it? Because we're going to talk about this whole situation with his ex and everything. Because, my God. Let me pull this up, and we'll watch this here in a second, okay? But Ethan Ralph, right? I guess thought it would be fucking smart to, like, he's in a place where age of consent is 18, to my understanding. But beyond that, the dude is like 36 years old. And he's preying on fucking 17 to 18-year-olds, right? And I'm like, there's a massive, massive mental gap between someone who's 18 even and someone who is 36. So yeah, I think it's fucking creepy. And actually, I said this about the whole Pyrocynical thing. I think it's creepy when someone who's 30 to 40 years old is going after fucking 18-year-olds, right? To me, that's creepy. Like they're clearly not mature, right? Is it illegal? No. Morality-wise, yeah, I take fucking issue with it. But beyond that, this girl, I guess he met when she was like 17 years old, and she's clearly got fucking issues. She does, just to be fair. But Ethan hooks up with her anyways, gets her pregnant, releases a sex tape that she didn't even know was being recorded, right? Which is fucking great, right? Fucking does that shit. Sends it to her ex, who's also, to my understanding, a creepy fucking guy, but I don't know as much about this individual. It does it on a fucking live stream. And the thing is, somebody from fucking the farms actually clipped a video from his stream that he uploaded, in which you can clearly see that Ethan Ralph himself cut out significant portions of content to try to hide what he had done. And we'll play that video too. But for now, let's talk about the time Ethan Ralph did meth on a live stream.
Bro. What's up, bro? Thank you. Thank you, bro. Oh, wow. Yeah, I do. Yeah. What I do? No. Come over here, everybody. No, it's actually one, right? What? Can I get that picture actually, you ain't see it. Nah, we'll get one. We got the one that was like golden.
So he asked him, "You want to hit a meth?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'll take that." Fucking God, dude. But hold on. Just stopping in to say hola and then goodbye because staying offline tonight. Back to Cyberpunk. Y'all have a good night. How are you enjoying that game, though? I really am wondering because I've heard mixed things about it. Why you no like me no more? Rev, you want to join? Here, Rev, I'll send you a link on Twitter. Because I appreciate your energy, sir. It's positive energy and flow. Give me 1 second, buddy. You know I like you. Don't fucking pull that shit with me. You know we're bros. Here, let me keep playing the video though while I get you in here.
Man, I know they're awesome, but I watch all the time, bro. We're gonna have another one. Hell yeah. We're gonna have a full karaoke studio next week. One more drink, I would add too many. Thank you guys. I felt good for that. We got this Molly.
My drinks will leave, so I'll have over the car.
Oh, I know that accent sounds from down south. Oh, yeah. What I had to say.
We're in Virginia, bro.
Oh, I see. I don't, you know, I live in Virginia now, but okay, what I do, just live here. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, Rev. You know I love you, buddy.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I really did.
Oh, good. He just took the meth.
Okay. Is she in it? I don't know. Oh my God.
Get ready.
See him lighting up. What a bitch.
That shit tastes great, too. Yeah, straight from that mountain, bro. You get it? Oh, you're about to. My head ain't much, but goddamn, it's a little bit.
You just pull on it.
Yeah, you just pull on the mountain.
God fucking damn. It tastes good. The hit was good. It tastes good, guys. It's okay. Oh man. Oh fucking man. I
That's like that 1,000%.
That tastes great. I didn't take that through my head.
Thank you for that, brother. Oh, no problem. Thank you. I love you.
Dude, meth is the drug of like
Ralph retarded
Yeah,
guy.
Trailer
Ralph.
park trash.
Can't afford the resort. Yeah, man. Even I can't afford it.
man.
Keep going, bro. Stop, man. Stop, bro. I ain't gonna stop, brother.
There's so many people.
Talk about making love.
God, there's no fully new bars in Virginia. You at least
Oh, dude, I fucking I mean, look, I've partaken in a little 420 on fucking stream. Don't get me wrong, I don't judge, but I do judge meth. Fucking meth. Here's the thing, right? Right now, fucking Ethan Ralph is gonna have to go to court and try to argue for custody of his kid. That's even if he gets away with the fucking revenge porn allegations, right? That's even if he gets away with it, which I think that dude is fucking going down, right? But then he has to go to court, argue for fucking full custody of a kid who he said he would not fucking raise unless he got to fuck other women while being with this 18-year-old that he fucking groomed from 17, right? And then he's got a fucking live stream of him taking fucking meth, right? Like, the absolute fucking stupidity, right? Doing fucking meth on a live stream. That is beautiful. That is fucking beautiful. Family Court loves meth heads, by the way, right? Meth is like the bottom of the barrel. He said it tasted good. Oh, man. Hey, Crow, I am here, bro. Hey, Kai, how you doing? Meth heads, I won't wear a mask. Also, meth heads, I trust bathtub mixtures to put in my body. Ralph got arrested for punching a police officer. Ralph got arrested for trying to punch a female police officer. And I'm pretty sure it was that same officer who arrested him. So, yeah, no, he's got fucking issues. He's got straight up fucking issues. But, like, let me just share one more thing because I just thought it was hilarious. I gotta get the laughs out first, okay? He trying to push these out before Christmas, working with at Groiper. Unlike Josh Moon, their kids safe, right? So he's been calling Josh Moon a pedo. Josh Moon is the owner of Kiwi Farms, and Kiwi Farms goes hard at fucking Ethan Ralph, and I guess that pisses him off. But look at this, right? Does anyone notice an issue right around the midsection? Right around the fucking midsection. Oh, man. So people put more accurate representations for him. Absent father. Father not included. Or this one was my absolute favorite. Beta male. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. That is an accurate representation. Okay, so let's take it seriously for a little bit, right? We have leaked text messages between himself and his girl, but the long and short of it is that Ethan Ralph did communicate with this girl when she was 17. When she turned 18, she made statements about her father abusing her physically, mentally, verbally, all this shit, right? Immediately moved out to Ethan Ralph's place, and he fucking got her pregnant, right? I take serious issues with that because, look, you know my stance on the power cynical situation. I said, 4-year age gap doesn't mean shit to me, right? But we're talking about somebody who is like almost, if not twice the age of this girl, who is 17 going 18, right? They're communicating while she's 17, and then as soon as she turns 18, moves out, they fuck, she gets pregnant. And then the piece of shit turns around and basically says, if you want to be with me, right, you have to engage in this polyamorous relationship with fucking Digibro's ex, right? I'm sorry, man. First off, Digibro's ex, like, what the fuck, dude? Digibro's sloppy fucking seconds, good for fucking you. I guess that's something you think is worthy to brag about. Me, I'm like, oh man. That's not something I'll be fucking bragging about. But more to the fucking point, right? He won't raise his fucking son unless he gets to screw 2 women at the same time, right? What a fucking piece of shit. And the fact of the matter is, he also released porn of this girl that he fucking got pregnant, who's just turned 18, right? He released the fucking tape to get an own on her ex. Send the fucking video to the ex and everything. And now he has been arrested. So first, let me give you his statement about this, right? Because he's a massive piece of shit, right? But this was him, right? Moments ago, I was released from the Richmond City Justice Center. Faith Vickers, a liar denounced by her own parents, a woman who I only let come live with me based on a false abuse claim against her own father, is again making fake claims. I'm going to win this, period. Okay, Gunter, you ain't going to win shit. But beyond that, right? I take serious issues. Let's say I go by your story, right? She claimed abuse, moves in with you, and the first thing you do is fuck her, right? She is half your fucking age, you piece of shit. And the first thing you do is fuck her, right? You are a fucking creep. Like a serious fucking creep. You want to go to fucking Power Cynical and all that shit, and I get it and everything, but like Ethan fucking Ralph is a massive piece of shit, right? But you may ask, why is she doing this? Well, I'm going to tell you. She's jealous over my relationship with Digibro's ex. I have text messages and we'll read through them. They are from Kiwi Farms. So he's claiming that these are all fake messages and shit. Show me that they're fucking fake messages, right? Because I don't like when people trying to dismiss Ivory's claims go ahead and say, like, everything Ivory's saying is false. I don't like when people say everything Pyro's saying is false. But you better prove that they're fucking fake because those messages are fucking damning. And maybe they are. Kiwi Farms has an issue with publishing false information. They did it against Perfection, the Mad Black situation. So I'll give you that. There's potentially they are fake, but that would be on you to prove that those messages are fake, right? Because this is not someone making a claim and not being able to back it up. They've made the claim, they produced the evidence. Now it's on you to like disprove the fucking evidence that they presented. And if you can't, then fucking boy. But I knew it. Fuck you. Blocked for fucking good. See you in fucking court, Ethan. And you can only blame your fucking self for ruining your chance to be with your son. I'm really glad you posted this because it shows you're only doing this because of May and our relationship. When you go to fucking court and you try to argue that those fucking text messages are fake, that you tried to force her to be into a relationship with you and another woman if she wanted to raise her son with you, bitch, you ain't gonna see your fucking kid ever again, right? It would be a miracle if he got joint fucking custody. You fucking meth head taking meth on a fucking stream, you fat sack of human shit, right? But more to the point, right? Talk about a cult of personality and shit, right? Family court doesn't care about evidence or innocence. They will keep you from custody or visitation just based on her word alone. You need to lawyer up. Oh, man. Her word alone? Her word alone. Nah, bitch, she's got fucking text messages. She's got fucking streams of this dumbass taking fucking meth. I'm sorry, but like, the fuck. The actual fuck. And this fat sack of human shit released revenge porn against her to get an own on her ex. A video that she says she didn't even know was being recorded, right? Like maybe you've got the whole fucking recording, dude, right? Because you clearly recorded it. Maybe you have the whole thing and you can prove that she knew she was being fucking filmed, okay? Maybe you have that, but to my knowledge, she says that she didn't even know she was being filmed. So that is gonna fucking kill you, dude. Fucking kill stream, fucking piece of shit. I like the fucking commentary community though, right? Right? Power Cynical's a piece of shit. He's a groomer. Yada. But this motherfucker, oh fucking boy, literally gets arrested yesterday. I have an issue if you're not gonna fucking talk about it. Now, Let me. This is one of the responses I thought was fucking actually pretty funny. Okay. How it started and how it's going. Zoomer girl and I is separated. She's back in California during the pregnancy and has been since DC weekend. I love her immensely and still wish her the best, and I'm avidly involved with the pregnancy process. Moments ago, as a release from the Richmond City Justice Center, Faith Vickers, a liar denounced by her own parents, right? Look at the date on this, though. December 2nd, December 16th, 2 weeks, 2 fucking weeks is all it took, right? Spent weeks blaming us for everything you could, but it's always your own hand. Even if you're found innocent, the defense will drain your entire savings, and you'll still owe child support to your accuser. Refusing to pay is a crime itself. It's your own fault, bro. I fucking love that. Actually, hold on. Is this? Honestly, I don't know all of these accounts and everything, but they're using Josh Moon's. Maybe that's Josh Moon. I'll be frank. I don't know his Twitter account, so don't fucking come at me if that is or isn't him. I'm just saying. I thought it was a great fucking response. How about this one? And don't worry, we'll go through the fucking text messages and everything, but I'll play the video first about the leaking of the revenge porn and why I think the guy's just fucked entirely. Ethan Oliver Ralph, the Memphis pig that claimed he loves his pregnant ex half of his age, is now calling her a hoe or bragging about sexual intercourse with another woman, which he tried to push the ex into a polyamorous relationship with. Is this saving the white race? What the fuck? And I had fun fucking your ex-girl all weekend, Digi. We had many laughs at your expense, so it made up for it. Merry Christmas. I wouldn't brag. Dude, Digi bro fucking gets on the fucking bed with a little fucking unicorn horn and prances around like a pony. And you're bragging about fucking his ex. Okay. Oh, fucking K, man. I'm sorry. Maybe that's a low fucking blow, but like, legitimately, what the fuck? Now, there's this great video, and I wanted to play it and react to it with you guys. And don't worry, this stream's probably gonna be a little bit shorter because it's a little bit more concise. All right, let me turn on the audio for you guys. Why is he bragging to Digibro like deal? He will not care at all, to be honest. I don't know. He really does think that this is like a total fucking win for him.
First, I want to show this video here. This is on the Cut channel, which is supposed to be Ralph's full streams without any cuts. Well, if you look at the length of this stream, we got a 2-hour and 37-minute stream, right? Well, I actually have a copy of the stream that I downloaded. It's actually 2 hours and 56 minutes, so not really uncut. You should probably rename the channel to Kill Stream Cut. That makes a little more sense. But anyways, here, I just want to play this real quick, and then I'm going to show you something very interesting.
So just for some context, during this stream, he reveals having an alt account, which is what this is going to be about. And this alt account is the one that was messaging Faith Vickers' ex-boyfriend, right? Not to mention, it came from his fucking Instagram, right? He's claiming that Chris is the one who leaked the fucking porn, right? The issue with that is he sent it to him during a live stream and was in his chat during that live stream bragging about it, right? It's now I guess he could argue his motivation was not to humiliate Faith Vickers, right? And maybe he's even going to argue she wanted me to fucking do it, right? Because at least that's an argument. And she's going to go into court and say, I did not know I was being recorded. And fucking Ethan, bitch boy over here, is not going to be able to actually prove that that's not the case, right? And if you actually... The video is up on fucking Kiwi Farms, right? I don't suggest watching it. It is clear fucking revenge porn and shit. But I can say reliably, right, that girl does not in any way acknowledge that she is on camera at any point, right? There's nothing in there. It's just a clip of him fucking her from fucking behind, and dude, it is the gunt is on full fucking display. The gunt is on full fucking display. He sent out her fucking porn that was recorded without her fucking knowledge in order to humiliate her ex, which also wound up humiliating her, right? And humiliating fucking Ethan too, dude. You got a tiny dick, man. Like it makes sense. Like all the fucking blustering and chest beating and shit. It's small, man. It's fucking tiny. And I threw up after watching. I threw the fuck up. Because I thought honestly, right, that this was something that you both fucking got together on and wanted to fucking humiliate the ex with. But she's saying no. She didn't even fucking know. And you're going to try to say, like, the only reason why she's claiming it's fucking revenge porn and shit. Yeah, but here's the problem. You're going to see this video where it's pretty clear he's trying to cover up the fact that he was the one who released it. So I'm going to guess he understands that he is pretty fucked in this situation. But, you know, beat your chest, have the false bravado. Fucking ain't going to do your ass any good.
There's this dude named Vordrak, Samuel Huntington. Was it Huntington or Smith? I don't know. He's got a long name. Matthew Hopkins. He's got like 1,500 different names. And he's been after Josh in such a way as to completely make it. He likes to claim this morality.
First cut.
The guy, maybe that'd be like wrenched in
Second cut.
Shit. That's literally the only reason I have that fucking account. That's their evidence that I flagged.
Okay, so I didn't do any of that. The video is like that. He cut out a lot of stuff, and he cut out one thing in particular that it makes me think he's the leading evidence, ladies and gentlemen. So let me...
Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I thought that was cute. I wonder if he's sitting up right now, fingers laced along his tummy, thinking, man, maybe me sending that video out with my little chode and it was a bad move. Oh, fuck. He is so fucked right now. You guys have no idea. Because here's the thing, right? There is the making accusation shit on social media that, look, I don't personally like. I think if you're going to claim someone did something illegal, you got to fucking take it to court. She's taking it to fucking court, okay? I respect that because, look, it's very easy to just run this on social media, right? It's very easy to run this shit on social media and just destroy his reputation. It's a lot harder to call the fucking cops, go into court, give testimony, right? And actually try to put this guy behind bars, right? And look, man, it is a crime what he fucking did if he's found guilty of fucking doing it, right? Obviously. But no, releasing revenge porn is a crime. He's really fucked here. And I know I'm talking a lot here, but yeah, it's pretty clear to me that based on the way he clips out this stream, because the other person shows the full fucking context, he's trying to hide what he did. And he's accusing the ex of being the one who actually released it. So, yeah, bad move, fucking Gunter.
Show you a clip of what he cut out here.
On somebody's channel and go to their channel and verify that it's the same person.
Yes.
Augie's been having this fucking problem where people are creating accounts pretending to be Mudahar, pretending to be other people and going in there and fucking with them. Well, it's like Tonkatards doing it mostly. But like, this is now a fucking problem on YouTube that anybody can just pretend to be anybody and do whatever the fuck, say whatever the fuck they want, start shit.
And I've talked about that many times on Twitter. They waited until after that change, by the way. But you can't click on the names now and prove who it was. So they went in there with a fake account. You can put any name you want on there. And of course, my account's not verified. It's a fucking like 200 followers. It's just so I can chat and be like wrenched in streams and shit. That's literally the only reason I have that fucking account. That's their evidence that I flagged. So,
okay, so this is the part he actually removed from his stream, right? The admitting that he has an account that's like got 200 followers on YouTube, right? This is key context because it's an. Okay, let's just keep watching. I'm sorry. But he clipped out this part about his alt account with 200 followers.
I didn't flag that. That's a goddamn lie. Looking through my list.
Okay, so you see Ralph saying, I have a Punished Ralph account. It has 200 subs. Okay, cool. So let's take a look at this post. And I'm not going to try to pronounce this guy's name, but he made a very interesting point on how you can actually go to the timestamp on Chris's stream when he was shown the porn that Ralph sent him. And you can actually verify that the channel that was speaking in the chat, the Punished Ralph account in the chat, was actually his. So let's go to that stream and I will play it. But now I want you to take a look over here. So Chris thankfully had the live chat on screen at the time. But if you look at the replay, you'll notice that the Punished Ralph account will not be shown. So I'm going to play it and then I will pause it.
And I want to be clear here because you guys are probably not going to be able to actually see the names in the chat. If you want, like I linked the original video so you can watch this for yourself. This is the timestamp on it. And the image quality is not the best, but you can clearly make out Punished Ralph as being the account he is talking about making these comments, right? So maybe Ethan is going to argue that's not his account. I'm going to call fucking bullshit. Maybe he's going to argue that it's all a fucking deep fake. Piss the fuck off, man. Like, everything is fucking fake with this guy, right?
Ralph's studio is in his shed. Oh, like I said, I just want to be done with everything. That wasn't Faith, the Light in the Darkness radio. That wasn't her. It was some random Pornhub crop.
Okay, so that's when you first see him. He says, absolutely gutted. But if you notice, I'll scroll back. I have it on live chat. The account, you don't see it. It's nowhere to be seen for some strange reason, but we'll find out why here in a minute. LOL, no, it's not. Actually, not fake.
That looked like an orc.
Still don't see him. Punished Ralph. Yeah, it was. Pull up the link.
So the link in question is the link to Ethan Ralph fucking Faith, right? Oh my god, there's so much meaning in that statement, actually. People like Ralph think they are above the law, but they aren't. Dude, he punched a fucking cop. He smoked meth on a fucking live stream. Yeah, I think the guy's got a bit of an ego problem, right? And again, when your schlonging is microscopic like that, I can kind of understand. And now maybe people are saying, Crow, it's a very low blow for you to be attacking him like that. Well, he's a massive piece of shit, and I feel no fucking sympathy. Now, I said, I said, you know, people in commentary don't have fucking good morals, right? And yeah, I'm in commentary too. I don't. I will take the fucking low shot on this piece of shit because he's a piece of fucking human garbage. I won't do that to someone who I think is like made an actual mistake, but this piece of fucking garbage legit leaked fucking porn of a girl half his fucking age that he was talking to when she was 17 in order to own the fucking ex, right? I feel no fucking sympathy for this guy. He's a piece of fucking human trash. And just to be as clear as I can, right? If anyone in commentary who is friends with Ethan Ralph or knows him, right? And they're going to talk at all about the Power Cynical situation, you should probably address this. Because to me, what he did constitutes grooming, right? We're talking about someone who sought sexual favors from a girl who was 17 at the time, waited till she was 18. I understand. But, you know, we talk about the immorality of Power Cynical being 19 to 20 and talking to someone who was 15 to 16, right? And I pulled up the age gap argument. I pulled up the fucking APA talking about the mental capacity, the mental maturity of different age groups, there's a massive fucking leap between someone who's 17 to 18 and someone who is a gross fucking gunt like fucking Ethan Ralph, right? Now, again, the guy's a fucking child mentally, so maybe that's his excuse, but like the actual fuck, right? Like the actual fuck. And then the way that he tries to fucking use this girl is disgusting to me. But again, he says that it's all fake, it's all made up, right? So that's his fucking defense, okay? It's all fake, it's all made up, and she's only going after him because she's jealous of him. Seriously. Again, if you do commentary in any way, shape, or form, talking about fucking the Power Cynical situation, and you're ignoring this shit, you've got a serious fucking morality issue going on, right? Because, again, that would absolutely look like fucking clout chasing, or at the very fucking least, right? Going after Power Cynical, not after Ethan. Or at the very fucking least, like, you actually don't care about what you're talking about because you're totally okay excusing this shit, right? That's how I feel. All right, maybe that's not true, but that is 100% how I feel about this. And I don't think I'm the only one. How you doing, Swordman? I'm doing just good. Just good. Not great. Just good.
You girl got railed by me again and again. LMAO. Okay, so is that Ralph? Well, thankfully, our base poster here made an archive. So if you click on that, which I already clicked it because it takes a minute to load, you get this. Now, I know this doesn't look like anything, but if you right-click, view page source, you get all this nonsense popping up. Now, I know this looks like a bunch of gibberish, but I'll get to my point here in a second. So if you do a control find here for Punished Ralph, and you see I already have that. First, you get people added in, which, okay, that's what it is. But eventually, you come across author name, simple text, Punish Ralph. Okay, cool. So this is what he said. He said, yeah, it was. Pull up the link, and if you...
I said it before, but you guys should get Godspeed Zoom on so he could tell you how big of a tool he is. I don't know who this individual is. I'm sorry, but if you want to drop some way of contacting him, I'll reach out because I'm very interested in this subject, obviously. But I'm going to keep playing it.
You go back here. Yeah, it was. Pull up the link. That's what Ralph says at the top. So now if we go further along the line here, we get author Punished Ralph. And if we scroll down here, we get author external channel ID, which from what the poster said here is what you want. That tells you what the actual channel is.
Rodimus,
So
I missed you, buddy. Great to see you again.
This channel.
Don't contact Zoom. I'll be hesitant on bringing Zoom Godspeed on. Okay, I'll look into. I don't know who he is, so just to be fair, I don't know who this individual is.
And I'm going to replace Chris's channel ID with the one.
Oh, then fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck that noise.
And this channel does not
Okay,
exist.
yeah, nope.
Oh no! What happened?
Sorry. Okay, if what you're telling me is true about the guy, then absolutely no. Absolutely no. I don't know who this individual is. I'll look into it, guys, just to verify. But you know what you're saying, right? Has he been debunked over and over? I'll still look into it myself. To be fair, right? I'll look into that sort of claim myself, right? If it's true, fuck no, absolutely not. If it's false. If it's false, it's false. What do you want me to say? But I just don't know who this individual is. Okay, I don't know who they are. I'm not gonna say anything else about it until I actually know who the individual is. Yeah, go ahead and send that to me on Discord. I'll take a look at it.
Well, was this Ralph's account? I don't know. Let's find out. So I'm going to take this channel ID here, and I'm going to paste it into archive.is. This page was last archived 3 months ago. Uh-oh. Punished Ralph, 214 subscribers. Uh-oh. Ralph, how many subscribers did you say you had? Let's go back and check. How many subs?
And I've talked about that many times on Twitter. They waited until after.
YouTube instituted a change.
Yes, I was going to say
where
that.
you can't click on somebody's channel and go to their channel and verify that it's the same person.
Yes.
Augie's been having this fucking problem where people are creating accounts pretending to be Mutahar, pretending to be other people, and going in there and fucking with them. Well, it's like Tonka Tards doing it mostly. But like, this is now a fucking problem on YouTube that anybody can just pretend to be anybody and do whatever the fuck, say whatever the fuck they want, start shit.
And I've talked about that many times on Twitter. They waited until after that change, by the way. But you can't click on the names now and prove who it was. So they went in there with a fake account. You can put any name you want on there. And of course, my account's not verified. It's a fucking like 200 followers. It's just so I can.
200 followers. 240, well, not exactly 200, but 214 followers. Ralph, have you been deleting evidence? Ralph, no!
Okay, so as far as that goes, look, the problem is, and you can try and delete it, but once you put it online, it's going to stay there forever, right? You can easily verify the things that are being said in that video, right? You can verify that Punished Ralph was talking about the link, saying, I sent it. You can see Ethan Ralph talking about how he has an account that had 200 followers at the time. Okay, it's called Punished Ralph. Like, I understand it. It could be a fucking deep fake, right? It could be a plant, right? It could be a plant. But Ethan Ralph was very fucking proud of what he had done at the time. So, I mean, it could be. That could be a fake, right? The problem is when someone shows evidence of what he's done, his argument is that's a fake. That's a fake. That's a fake. And he's calling these text messages fakes too. So, yeah, I'm going to say if that's your only argument, look, again, just so I don't get like some idiot saying, "Whoa, look at how you hit." My argument on the pyrocynical thing is no one has been able to actually show elements that they claim that have been proven, right? They're just saying that it can be easily assumed, yeah, blah, 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 whatever bullshit. If there was a Discord message, a fucking Skype message, a text message between Ivory and Pyrocynical, in which Ivory is saying he is 15 years old to Pyrocynical, then I would say, well, there you fucking go. And I would say it's on Pyrocynical to actually debunk a fucking text message, right? Because it's easy to like prove if that shit's fake, but like the idea, the very fucking idea that somebody at this exact same time that Ethan Ralph had this account, right? That had the right amount of fucking followers. It's named after Punch Ralph. That was in Chris's stream bragging about doing this shit, right? Speaking as Ethan Ralph, right? And then Ethan Ralph goes through the effort of editing and clipping a stream that he re-uploads to remove that segment, okay? I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry, but I think he's really fucked as far as the revenge porn goes. I do think that man's going to face some fucking prison time. And yes, the other elements about him are going to come up there. The elements of him previously being arrested for taking a shot at a police officer, a punch, not like a bullet. Just to clarify, right? Because I don't want someone to clip me out of context and stupid shit like that. But also taking meth on a fucking live stream and shit, that's all going to get brought up. It is all going to get brought up in terms of his credibility. So then when he goes in and argues, it's all fake. It's all fake. It's all fake. I'm sorry, but like, Only 2 people had access to that fucking video, right? And according to Faith, she didn't even know it was being recorded. So really, only one person has access to it. Maybe someone did all this shit, right? Maybe someone created this fucking fake account, okay? And just botted it up to get exactly as many subs as fucking Ethan Ralph said his alt had, right? And then Ethan Ralph, for some reason, clipped that segment out of his fucking live stream where he mentions the account, right? See, that's absurd to me. That's absurd to me. And given his issues with credibility, I think he is legitimately fucked. I think he's legitimately fucked on this, right? But as that one Twitter account, which I think is Josh Moon's, let's say he gets past the fucking allegations there. Well, then he has to go to fucking family court, sue for custody or visitation, and maybe that doesn't get brought up, but the taking meth on the fucking live stream gets brought up, okay? And more to the point, right? The weirdness of you being fucking 30 plus and talking to this 17-year-old, right? She's going to say that you're the reason. Like, I'll just give you a rundown. Maybe it's true, maybe it's false. She's going to claim that Ethan Ralph is the one who made her say all those things about her father. She is, right? Why wouldn't she? I can't tell you if that's true or false. I'm just saying what I would assume is going to happen. He's going to have to deny it, right? And then all this history of his credibility is going to come up, right? And it's just going to fucking taint him. I don't think this guy is ever going to go near his kid, okay? And honestly, it's on him. It is absolutely on him. And I don't think this girl should fucking even try to be nice to him, because let me make sure I pull up the right. Okay, this is part 3. So let's look at part 1 first. And I'll read out in case you guys can't see it, right? I don't think living in that house without what we planned will make me happy. I'll be resentful because that's who I am. I wish I wasn't, but I am. What he's saying is he's a fucking child. And to be clear here, right? I get he probably gives zero shits about this girl, right? But if you get someone fucking pregnant and you have a fucking kid, that kid comes first. You absolute amoral, selfish human shitbag. And I do think that kid is going to be way better off not having an influence like fucking Ethan Ralph in his life. And I can't fucking do anything about it. You can't just be happy with just me and the baby. You need to have sex with someone else to be happy with me around. And nothing will happen because nothing ever happens. The plan was set. Going to that same house, all my money. No, I know me. I know I'll be bubbling the entire time. So you wouldn't be happy with me and the baby at all. I'm that worthless. I feel like I'm going to throw up from crying so much, honestly. I feel bad for her. I don't think you're in a position to contribute much to the household budget, etc. if you live in Richmond, Virginia. I'm not confident that you would be for years. I'm also a very bitter person, and that's just reality. He's a child. I think it's actually better to be open with that knowledge. Your parents will cut you off or cut you down drastically. No, they wouldn't. They don't want you to leave, LOL. Remember what I said? Hold on. Remember what I said? She's going to claim that Ethan Ralph made her say those things about her family, right? Look at those fucking messages. If Ethan can disprove them, he better fucking do it, right? He better, because that is actual evidence, right? That exists, okay? That is proof that he said these things. If it's fake, he's got to prove it's fake. He has to prove it's fake, because she is going to reference back to this and say, look at the way that he fucking talked to me. Look at the way he tried to pit me against my family. He tried to make me think these things about my family. He manipulated me. And oh boy, is it going to play well in family court. Fucking piece of fucking trash. That was another reason we were bringing May in, not just to fuck, and that it wouldn't be fun, and that it would be fun. Well, yeah, well, I don't care if she's there and we're not fucking. That's the thing. But you're the one saying you couldn't live with me without fucking. So all three of us live there and act like that was never a thing. LOL, no, I get mad even thinking about it, to be honest. So what? The only way is for me to do something I don't want? Plus, it's probably a recipe for disaster. So I have to do this alone. I'm going to have to give birth alone and go to every ultrasound without you. Do I mean that little? You left me, not the other way around. I never broke up. I left after you hurt me. Ooh. You've hurt me more than anyone living today. Okay, so, guys, for those of you who are unaware, there's a claim that Ethan choked his girlfriend out. Okay, let me get this on there. Okay, there's a claim that Ethan choked his girlfriend out. Okay, this girl, she says you hurt me, and his response is you've hurt me more. Okay, you know what she's gonna say? He doesn't deny it. He didn't deny it in our messages. He didn't deny it. It happened, and he didn't deny it. And whether true or false, that is a bad fucking look. That's a real bad fucking look. Oh boy. You told me to go back and figure things. So hold on. Just until things were better, because you told me it was a good idea to go back. My father's the only one who's ever hurt me more. He's the victim. He's the real victim, not the girl he allegedly choked out, groomed when she was 17 and knocked up. You told me to go back and figure things out. I don't want to do this alone. I'm only 19. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not strong enough. And now you just want to leave me and do it all alone. Leave me to do it all alone. Ah, man. Because I didn't want a three-way. Because I didn't want to be sexual with someone else. Just the kid, please. I don't want to do it alone. I can't. You told me to go to Cali, and I didn't want to stay. He's really speed running life. Yeah. Hey, Jay London. This stuff makes your stomach turn. Right? This stuff makes your stomach turn. I want to talk about a fucking abuser. Jesus Christ. I can't trust you to do what you say you were going to do. And this is the latest example. I know my hands aren't clean, so I'm not going to moralize about it. But I'm upset, yes. I'm not being mean or saying mean things or trying to scare you. I'm talking to you calmly. You can't trust me because I don't want to have sex with someone else. You could have told me for weeks. You could have stopped me signing the lease. You could have called me off to the DC trip. There were so many opportunities for intervention, and you took none of them. You think I'm not upset because I want you to forgive me for everything else. I thought you would if I went through with it, but you didn't. What a fucking asshole. Or that was too boring. And I'll be honest with you, there are some things that are clipped out of here, right? There are. So there's potentially more here. But Ethan is saying, like, this is all fake, right? So if he comes out now and provides more context, well, then he's just going to come across as a massive fucking liar. And what do? He's fucked now. He can't provide more context. He can't try to prove what he said made him look good, right? Because he said that this is all fake. She's making it all up. Oh, boy. I'm just going to say, maybe it's the meth. Maybe it's the fucking meth that made him into such a fucking idiot. Potentially, right? Meth does tend to fuck you up. Okay, internet's having a stroke for me. Rodimus, go back a little bit. Hopefully it will load up properly for you. But that was boring for you. So what are and stop. So if I do, would you forgive me and stop being upset and not leave me and the baby? What are you asking me? If I went through with the three-way, would you still be angry at me? If I came back and just did it just once and I kept my word, even if it will fuck me up, I'd rather be fucked up than doing this alone. So if I take sleeping with someone else, then I don't care. I just am scared and lost and don't want you to leave me and the baby. I just don't want you to leave me and the baby. And I feel like literally there's nothing else I can do. I think that's a noble compromise offer, you sack of shit. And I wouldn't reject it out of hand. You fucking scumbag. Boy. Again, personally, I have an entire issue with this entire relationship, right? But once you've knocked her up, once you have a fucking kid comes first, you idiot. Fucking idiot. Fucking scumbag. But I wanna fucking get off with 2 women at once, and that's the only way I'll raise my son with you. You are never gonna see that kid, dude. You're never gonna fucking see that kid. But I think you're also not getting why I thought it would be good for us to for us all to be a sort of unit, semi-unit. We all complement each other. I can really put her to work on my projects. She has her own online stuff. Plus, she wants to get a regular job. You'll be pregnant, and then right after you'll want to be with the baby. Probably won't want to work right away. Maybe plan for school next fall, and we could watch the baby during the day. Fucking creepy. I've never done anything like that. It might not work, but I didn't set this up for purely primal reasons. Yes, you did, you fucking scumbag. Or just to have someone extra to fuck. You fucking did. And you know what? Digiro's ex, clearly she has bad fucking taste, right? But she's a cunt too. Because how the fuck are you going to be okay with putting another girl through that situation? I'm not going to fucking put this all on fucking Ethan Ralph. That bitch has some fucking has some shit to answer for. You are fucking awful. You're both fucking trash. And maybe Digiro's ex and fucking Ethan Ralph are really perfect for each other because they're both amoral fucking trash scumbags. That's not nothing. I actually thought we would have a better chance to succeed long term because I would have the help in the short term. I could Oh man. I don't know what else to do to not lose you. I wouldn't mind just all living together if it was the fucking that scared me. But if that's what it takes, then whatever. I just can't do this alone, Ethan. I want to do it, yes. I think it would be reasonable for me to compromise with you as well and cut my drinking down to an agreed upon level if we go through with my plan. I hope that he's also going to cut the meth out because that is not good to have around a kid. But let's be honest, he's never going to see the fucking kid. You mean my plan? I mean having sex altogether. I don't want to, but I don't want to lose you. But if I don't, you won't forgive me and leave me and the baby. The cramps are worsening. Well, yes, that's part of the plan and part of us living together that I had in mind. But you should kind of take some deep breaths maybe and have some water. I just oh man. I can't. I fucking can't. I fucking can't. Like, I get what you guys are saying. I don't know anything about this person, right? I don't. I've never heard of them. I don't pay attention to I don't pay attention to all the drama that goes on with these people, but like, let me just say this. If I had fucking commentary come down my fucking back for doing something like that, I would just say, like, how the fuck are any of you going to open your goddamn mouths about fucking Pyrocynical and not mention this shit? Not bring it up. Not talk about it. Pretend it's not even fucking happening. Right? How do you fucking do that? How do you justify that, morally speaking, right? Because to me, like, look. Yeah, I would never host that piece of shit. And look, if this guy's a doxer, he's not getting on my fucking channel, period. Right? Like, I would not fucking do that. But, like, I'm being honest with you, right? If I was criticized for something, fuck no. I'm not going to be criticized by these fucking assholes, right? Who are okay with this shit. Because this is disgusting to me. This is fucking disgusting to me. So he says, like, I need to go get a charger or phone will die. Right? Okay, I'm back. I threw up. I'm sorry. Why? Why am I sorry you threw up? It sucks to throw up. You still get your 3-way even though I don't want it. I don't think living in that house without what we planned will make me happy. She's telling you she doesn't want to fuck this girl, right? And he's pressuring a pregnant woman into agreeing to it. right? Like, come on. Like, come on. Like, come on. How? How are you okay with that? How are you okay with a grown fucking man, right? 30 fucking 6 years old, right? Or older, right? Pushing this girl who's 19 and pregnant with his kid into having a fucking three-way if she doesn't want to be alone raising the baby by herself, while also telling her that her parents will do absolutely nothing for her, right? That is manipulative on like an insane fucking degree. That is fucking coercion as far as I'm concerned, right? Oh man. And I can't fucking do anything about it. You can't be just happy with just me and the baby. You need to have sex with someone else to be happy with me around. And nothing will happen because nothing ever happens. So, okay. This is all right, we're back to the first image. So let's go to part number 2, which I think is right here. Let me switch that over. We'll read part 2 now. God, I'm pathetic. I really think you'll enjoy living together like that. But if it's too much and it makes you sick, then I don't want it. Obs. She's been telling you the entire time, and you keep fucking telling her to do it. Yes, you do. You said so yourself. You couldn't be with me if I don't because you'll be too angry. I already told you I was too much and make me sick, but you kept saying you'd be angry and couldn't be with me, and I'd have to raise the baby alone. So I don't really have any other choice, do I? I never said anything about raising the baby alone. It would happen. God, you piece of shit. It's basically fucked my mental health one way or another. So who cares? Either way, I'm fucked. It'll probably just be a phase we do. And then she moved. God damn, dude. It'll probably just be a phase we do. And then she moves on. That's how I always saw it anyway. First year or two. I don't really think it's that crazy. Strengthens the unit in the meantime. You don't understand how I see it, but it doesn't matter. Again, I don't really have a choice. No, I guess I don't. But I don't think you're seeing it my way either. So, bitch, you're the fucking... You are twice her fucking age. She is fucking pregnant. She's having your fucking baby. And you're bitching that you want a fucking three-way. I just really want to fuck 2 women. Is this how you get sex? Right? Do you like fucking abuse these women? Do you fucking have to manipulate them into sucking your tiny little fucking pecker? Right? Is that how you fucking roll? Right? You can't actually get. I mean, maybe that is the case, right? You gross fucking gun. Like, oh man, but it's all fake, guys. It's all fake. And again, maybe there's more context to this situation. But as far as Ethan Ralph is concerned, this is all made up. This is a deep fake, right? It's a fucking deep fake. There can't be more context because he says it's all lies. So if he goes out and provides more context, I gotta say, that's not gonna fucking do him any fucking favors. Jesus. And what's your response? She's fucking pregnant, you idiot. No, he knocked her up when she was 18. She's 19 now. So Ethan Ralph grooms 17-year-old, knocks her up at 19, abuses her and his own mother, leaves her, gets arrested for revenge porn, becomes a deadbeat, thinks he deserves Dad of the Year, commentary silence. I mean, look, to be fair, if someone's done a video on this, I am completely fucking unaware of it, right? And maybe it's out there. So let's do some YouTube searching. Let's go Augie RFC Ethan Ralph, okay? Just because maybe he's done a fucking video on it, right? Actually, let me do this just so you guys can see, just so you know I'm not trying to like fucking hide shit, right? Just so you can see that I'm legitimately searching and not finding anything, right? So I looked up Augie RFC Ethan Ralph, okay? Because, Augie's a good guy. Augie tells the truth, right? Godspeed Live versus Ethan Ralph, Nicholas Diorio, Keemstar, Ralph versus Cog. That's 1 year ago, 7 months ago. RC Killstream with Augie and Gator. No, that's from the Killstream. I think it's safe to say Augie is not talking about this. Okay, let's look up Bo Blacks, right? I don't think those two are friends. No. No. I mean, you think it would be like, because, you know, those guys are big commentators, so let's keep going. No. No, unfortunately, no. No Bo Blacksider. Hey, Nicholas Diorio and Ethan Ralph are actually pretty tight. So I'm sure he would want to, like, call out his buddy, you know, talk to him like, hey, dude, you can't do this shit. No. Nothing. No, unfortunately, Diorio, Augie, and Bo Blacks don't feel like this is worth talking about. Any other commentaries you guys want me to check for? Is there anybody else who I should see? Go ahead and give me some names. I'll go and search for it, right? Mundane Matt. God, imagine being a less moral person than fucking Mundane Matt. Let's check. Mundane Matt. Ethan Ralph. Mundane Matt, BTFO's grooming gun, aka Ethan Ralph. Okay. Ethan Ralph calls Mundane Matt. Ethan Ralph versus Mundane Matt. Okay. So clearly these two don't get along. The roast of Ethan Ralph, yada yada. Huh. Interesting. Mr. Medicare, the Ballad of Ethan Ralph, the Cancerless Gym Show. So, well, it's okay. It's okay. Like, Mundane Matt's a piece of shit. So, if he's talking about him, it must not be a big deal, right? Is there anyone else you want me to look for? Tommy C. Okay, yeah. Let's check Tommy C. I'm being serious. Like, I haven't seen any fucking videos about this from anyone in commentary, right? I see one guy, that drummer person, who I've been told is an awful person too. So let's see. Tommy C. and Ethan Ralph. Let me share the screen just so you can see it with me. Ralph's final cope. Zoom defends himself against Keep. Nope, that's not from him. That's from a year ago. Ethan Ralph and Vosh in a free-form conversation. No. Ethan Ralph does meth on stream. We watched that. Ethan Ralph versus Dispatch Center. Huh. Yeah. Okay. Well, guys, I think we can confirm nobody in commentary thinks that this is a worthwhile story. Probably not worth informing your audience about it. You know, Ethan Ralph's such a pillar of the fucking community, right? Fucking hell, dude. Fucking hell. I get it. I get that it's probably a little bit embarrassing that some of these people have done streams with this guy and everything, but maybe this is all fake, right? Maybe it's all fake. And, you know, people have disproven fucking faked conversations before. It's happened, right? People disproved the NBA and fucking perfection shit that was on Kiwi Farms before, right? I mean, clearly you guys have done streams with him. Okay, clearly you don't dislike the guy, right? So, and these are some serious fucking allegations. Okay, I would say, like, you know, the releasing of fucking revenge porn and shit, right? He's been fucking arrested. I get. He's out, right? But it's pretty clear that they're seeking to press charges against the guy, and you got the fucking cops involved. Wouldn't you want to disprove all of this? Wouldn't you want to, like, say this is all fucking fake? right? And here is the proof. And maybe you're working on it. Maybe you're working on it right now, okay? And maybe you're just silent about all of this on social media because you want to drop this fucking nuke on this girl he fucking groomed, right? Maybe that's what you're up to. I don't know. But I gotta admit, this looks fucking wrong. This looks fucking disgusting. Maybe I'm just missing it. And if there is a video by any of these guys, right? Go ahead and link in the chat. I'll highlight it because I don't want to be fucking wrong and be clowned on later because I just searched for it and I didn't fucking find it. So what I did find is them doing streams together and then being amicable towards each other. So why the silence, right? Like, look, if I found out that, you know, Aura was doing something even close to this shit, or Steve DeLive was doing something even close to this shit, I'd call them out, right? I'd fucking call them out, you know? I'd give a fucking statement about it because they're on my streams and shit. You know, they're my friends, okay? I'd speak up about it, but what are you guys doing, right? This is abuse. This is fucking abuse. This is fucking manipulating this girl into having sex when she doesn't want to, or he's not going to be there for his fucking son. And he's out there calling her a liar and shit, saying that she made claims against her dad. And you can see in those conversations, like the first one, where he's talking about how her parents are going to cut her off, right? Isolation. I think that's a key element, right? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just say you have a double standard, right? If it's your friends, it's okay for them to engage in amoral, disgusting, abusive, manipulative behavior, take fucking meth on streams and shit. That's okay. That's totally okay with you. If you want to make that statement, I'm perfectly fine to accept it, right? I respect people who have loyalty, right? I do. Okay? Because if it's your buddy and you want to be loyal, you ride or fucking die, go for it, right? That there is something to be said about that. That can be viewed as being respectful. I mean, it can also be viewed as someone who is a clout chaser, doesn't actually give a shit about the stuff that they talk about, has no actual morals to speak of, and will actively lie and misinform their community, keep quiet about things that are going on so their community doesn't hear about it. I mean, it could be viewed that way. It absolutely could be viewed that way. So I don't know. But I'm sure that they're just waiting in the wings to call this man out. I'm sure that that's what's going on here, right? Because, you know, these guys are the pillars of the fucking commentary community, and they will absolutely not stand for this, right? Absolutely will not stand for this. I'll die holding my breath. It'll probably just be a face we do. Fucking shit. You don't understand how I see it, yada. Let's go into the next one. You're glorifying it, but again, what other choice do I have? How do you mean glorifying? You think it'll be strength in numbers, and just because we are all friends, it would work out? Kinda, yeah. But I see it as doomed because I'm not into it sexually. Let's just try it. I think we got back to where it was headed before that. You might be more positive, maybe. If I was more thoughtful about it as well. If that makes sense, I don't know. If you're just going to be like, oh, I guess I don't matter the whole time, I know that's not going to work either. How else am I supposed to feel? I said I don't want it, and I don't really like what I already tried. It's why I was rarely sexual with her. But you'll leave if I don't. Oh, I didn't realize you had already forced her into doing it, dude. That wasn't forced. I just simply said I was not willing to be in a relationship with my baby mama unless she fucked this other girl. I simply said, you know, her parents were going to cut her off and she would be alone. And she keeps saying that she'll be alone. And I said, like, the only way it's going to work is if she fucks this other girl. That's not force. I didn't force my pregnant girlfriend who I groomed. That's not force. You fucking sack of shit. Oh, boy. Oh boy. Again, I will happily promote any video from these guys talking about this situation, whether positive or negative. Okay? At least they're addressing it. If they want to go out with a statement, Ethan Ralph is my friend. I don't believe any of these claims. It is bullshit. It is lies. It is manipulation. This pregnant girl who he groomed, he didn't actually groom. She wanted the entire time. He didn't force her to have sex unwillingly. She was totally comfortable with everything going on. If you want to do that, that's fine, right? I will promote that video. I will absolutely promote that video. Because I all I see here is like a massive fucking screaming shit of fucking hypocrisy. And maybe the problem is maybe he's got something on you. No, I don't know that. You know, I've heard that he stabs people in the back. I've heard that he digs up dirt on people. Maybe it's that. I don't know. It could be. Sorry, I got some ash on my fingers. Oh man, you love to see it, don't you? I guess for Tommy it's okay because he waited till she was 18 and that was the magical number for a fucking 36-year-old, right? That was the magic one, right? It's okay. And then he forced her into having sex with someone if she didn't want to be abandoned alone and not have any support from her family, like he said. I'm sure for Tommy C, the issue, this is a non-issue because at least she was 18. At least he waited, right? Oh, boy. Oh, fucking boy. Oh, man. How do you read this shit and just not, you can tell that this girl is not well right now. I'm not saying that like she's mentally unwell. I mean, she is not well. She thinks that she is alone. She thinks she's going to have to raise her son by herself if she doesn't have sex with this other woman that she is clearly uncomfortable with, right? I don't know if you try to guilt me or shame me or what, but it's probably not going to happen. It's probably just going to make me be like, this whole thing is doomed, so let's just figure it out something else. Is there a room where I don't have to do something I don't want? Again, I'm not going to hold my tongue and lie and say I'm happy and I want to do this because I don't, but I'm backed into a corner. So don't fucking ever say I don't love you ever fucking again. When I'm literally going to destroy my mental health and relive a shit ton of trauma to please you and make sure you don't resent me and leave me. I know it will be fun, our time together and the living together with this style in general. I'll go all out to make sure you're thought of all the times. I know you don't believe it, and that's okay. You will. Again, you don't understand what this does to me. These are fake, guys. Don't worry. Ethan Ralph. These are fake. They're totally made up. None of this is legitimate. And he's waiting to drop the nuke right now. And the thing is, maybe they are. But I think we showed earlier, thanks to that one Kiwis person, that this dude is a fucking liar. He absolutely is. He will fucking lie, right? He will absolutely try to manipulate people. And maybe just all of these circumstances went into play, right? That the person who released the revenge porn was someone pretending to be Ethan Ralph, had an alt account with his name on it, right? Pretending to be him, and it had just as many subscribers as an alt account that he described, right? Was in the chat of this Chris person, and somehow they hacked his computer, got the fucking got the fucking video, right? And then Ethan Ralph just conveniently cut out parts of a live stream to hide the fact that he had an alt account, right? With 200 subscribers, like the one that was bragging about banging this Chris guy's ex, right? And you know, because it's not like Ethan Ralph has ever contacted somebody and bragged about fucking their sloppy seconds, right? It's not like he tagged Digibro and bragged about fucking his ex, right? He's never... I mean, because if he did, that might establish a pattern of behavior, right? That might actually establish a pattern of behavior. you know, you know, maybe I'm just wrong here. And wouldn't it be great if any of these people who say that I'm incorrect and all this other shit about me, right? Or I'm irrelevant and a nobody or something, wouldn't it be great if you could just, end this shit right now? Fucking end it. Defend the person that you've clearly been friends with, right? Because I'm clearly not the main person calling them out, right? There's other people. Or maybe the issue is that you can't actually defend him. You can't actually disprove these allegations. You can't prove that these messages are fake, right? So instead, what you're going to do is keep your fucking mouth shut, because it's so much easier to do that, isn't it? Because, at the end of the day, it's not really about morals. It's about content and views and clicks and money and subs. And that would be kind of shameful and embarrassing. But see, I guess I'm lucky because I don't rely on YouTube to supplement my income. I don't, right? If my channel gets banned tomorrow, will have been a great fucking ride, right? It absolutely will have been. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. I really am. Because to me, as someone who's called out the inconsistencies, the issues with pyrocynical allegations, the morality argument, and the legality argument, I mean, let's be honest. This dude has just been arrested for revenge porn. I think that's kind of relevant. Anyways, we got a special guest, John. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's going on?
I've been calling out people in commentary for like half an hour now.
So the usual.
Yeah, just the usual. Well, I was pointing out, right? And you can tell me if I'm completely wrong here, right?
Okay.
All these people did videos on fucking pyrocynical, right? But it's not about the clout. They legitimately have an issue with the allegations against pyrocynical, right? The grooming shit, right? All that stuff, right? It doesn't matter that it's not illegal. It doesn't matter that, we have laws that protect relationships like the one that he is engaged with in this country in various states, right? It doesn't matter that in his own country, nothing he did was illegal. It doesn't matter that they can't actually prove that anything illegal happened, okay? It's strictly just so fucking immoral, right? But I went through and I searched, right? Fucking Augie, Bo Blacks, Tommy C, Nicholas D'Orio, and not a single one of them have mentioned what's going on with Ethan Ralph. And this is like 2 weeks old at this point. The arrest is recent, but people knew about him leaking that porn video months ago. So, yeah, does that seem like a little bit suspect to you?
I mean, are they all friends? Is that what it is?
You know what? It's funny you should say that, because all these individuals have done like live streams together, playing video games and shit. You think that might be it? You think it's because they're friends?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything at all about them. So, I mean, if that's the reason, I mean, I would think that factors in, right? I mean, if you're friends, I mean, you want to give your buddy the benefit of the doubt. Of course, like I said, I don't know anything at all about too much about the social circles that these people run in. I mean, I know a lot of them do know each other, right?
Well,
at least online buddies. I don't know if it's something that they know each other in real life or anything like that, but at least in the online sphere, they seem to all get along. Or not all of them, obviously, but I mean, I think there's some that do, right? That they have their own little posses or whatever, their own cliques. I don't know, whatever. However you say.
Well, according to Jameer here, to be honest, none of them made videos on him before. And this is a guy who's taken meth on a live stream.
What?
Yeah, we played the video. We played the video from his own fucking live stream where he takes fucking meth and talks about how good it tastes.
What? Who did that?
Huh? He fucking did it.
Who did that?
Fucking Gunter here, Ethan Ralph.
Oh my goodness. Obviously, that I would assume that wasn't on YouTube.
But was that like on another streaming platform? I assume something like that happened on, or
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. I mean,
Wow.
the clip is up on YouTube though. It's pretty
my goodness.
interesting. Yeah, yeah.
Well, what if it's fake though? To be fair, what if it's
What
what if he's taking it, and saying that
it is his live stream, unfortunately, and it is his voice, right? But what if? But it would just be it would just be a pattern behavior of videos and text messages and other photographs and shit that are all just deep fakes. Someone really hates Ethan Ralph. Someone really not only hates Ethan Ralph, but is going through an elaborate scheme to take him down using deep fakes.
Okay.
And it's been going on for years.
Oh my goodness. So it's that bad.
know.
Wow. I mean, like I said, I don't know too much about. I can only really comment or opine based on whatever it is that you tell me. Just give kind of the most objective, I guess, point of, or I should say, most objective, possible
Well,
opinion from a point of not really being invested in any of these people at all. So,
the reason why you can do that, sir, is because you have integrity, strong morals.
I mean, I try. I mean, but also, like I said, in fairness, I mean, I don't really know too much about these people involved. The only thing I know is that obviously the names of a lot of the more prominent commentators. I mean, obviously, there's always somebody, they're always tied up in some kind of controversy. Now, I don't know, again, if it's, whether it's just them themselves or just stuff they're commenting on. But yeah, I mean, it's always something. That's about it. I mean, either they're reporting on it or they're a part of it in some capacity.
Oh, actually, you know what? YouTube made great again. Tommy C has covered Ralph in the past multiple times. Thank you. So I'm sure that there is a video or a live stream in which he goes in on Ethan Ralph, right? I would hope so. Anyways, I'm going to keep reading these messages, and you just tell me what you think, right? So these are messages between Ethan Ralph and his current ex, in which he's trying to push her into a three-way relationship after she said she's not comfortable with it. It makes her feel wrong. She is only doing it because she doesn't want to raise their child alone. And, when this started... Huh?
Oh, there's a kid involved.
Oh, yeah. She's pregnant.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And he made sure to let her know when this started that her parents would cut her out, right? Her parents would fucking disown her and shit. So, that's not like trying to isolate somebody and make them feel dependent on you or anything like that.
Wait, he said that to her? Or she said that to him?
No. He said to her that her parents would cut her out. And when she said, no, they won't, his response was, they don't want you to leave, LOL.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a little weird, right? Little weird. Anyways, it sucks and is mentally hurting me. So part of me, if I don't think it will be as fun as you say, I just feel like I'm stupid whore who's only good for sex anyways. I guess I'll just have to convince you. You won't. LOL. See, this is what I'm talking about, though. I'm really not in a fucking good mood right now. Again, I don't know what to do, but I'm not going to say I'm going to enjoy it. And it feels like you don't really care how it affects me mentally. Because if I don't, then you'll be mad, even if it was best for my mental health. And then you'll leave. Well, I wouldn't expect you to say that tonight. You may never say it. But I hope you might at least try once we get going and not just being 100% negative and sure it's failure. I've never seen it work out, especially in a new relationship like ours. Don't hide from May that I don't want it and that I'm only doing it for you, by the way. I'm not going to lead her on to think that after all I said, I'm suddenly mentally okay with it. I'm fairly sure you're going to do what you can to tank it anyway, based on these conversations, but okay, I won't. How can I tank it? I already told you how I feel about it and how it makes me feel, so nothing else I can do. So now it fails. I think she meant falls. I'll just get, so now if it fails, I'll just get the blame again. if you would just be even slightly less apocalyptic, I think it would be better. You're also making yourself ill.
Well, that does not sound like a healthy relationship.
Mind you, this is all because he wants to have her be in a three-way relationship with another woman, and he's already pushed her into having sex with this woman.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would think, I mean, maybe it's just me, but I thought monogamy is a good thing, especially if you're in a relationship with somebody. But, each your own, right? Wow.
Well, you got to understand is, Ralph has already said it would make him very unhappy. He'd be very unhappy having to stick with this one girl who he groomed and got pregnant. It would make him very unhappy. And he can't deal with that. He can't deal with being unhappy.
Okay. So I mean, well,
yeah.
That yeah, like I said, sounds like a healthy relationship.
Dude, like I can't. So earlier in the stream, we played a video which showed that Ethan Ralph had cut out parts of his live stream that showed that he had an alt account with 200 subs, right? And there was an alt account with 200 subs called Punished Ralph, which is the one that was bragging in this girl's ex's live stream about how he fucked her and how the ex needed to open the link that he sent, which was the link to the porn that Ethan recorded, according to this girl, without her knowledge.
Wow.
Yeah.
So wait. So this is the same girl. The one who he's having this altercation with, you recorded her without her knowing.
According to her, she was recorded without her knowledge. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if that's true, and then on top of everything else you're already telling me about this relationship, yeah, I mean,
now, important context, Ethan Ralph says he didn't do it. He just happened to cut out a segment of his live stream, right? Which he, to my understanding, doesn't do very frequently, in which he talks about having this alt account, which has now been deleted from YouTube. But if you follow the link, you can actually go to the archive and find the account's name and everything. Yeah. Interesting, right? But, more to the point, right? Ethan Ralph, when he was banging Digibro's ex, who's this other girl he's trying to push into this three-way relationship with this pregnant woman who is saying, I can't, right?
yeah.
He tagged Digibro to let Digibro know how he was fucking his ex.
Wow.
So, we have someone who likes to talk about that, right? But, it's just totally coincidental, all this other stuff, right? And it's all fake. It's all deep fakes. It's someone who's trying to just destroy his reputation.
Now, I would assume that this person, this Digibro, is another content creator.
Digibro is a weird guy, but yes, he's a content creator.
He's a content creator, and I guess they have some kind of beef. Because
I thought that they were friends, honestly, because the way I've heard it is that Digibro and Ethan Ralph apparently share a dealer, so that's how they kind of started talking.
Okay.
Yeah. But Digibro is a weird guy. Digibro is a very weird guy.
Well, like I said, I mean, you would think that, I mean, if they're, it sounds to me like they're enemies if he's sitting there rubbing it in his face that he's, sleeping with his ex. Yeah, I mean, so, yeah, that's pretty messed up. Sounds like a pretty messed up situation.
Yeah, this whole thing sounds pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Hey, but let me ask you, right? If even half the stuff I told you is true, and Ethan Ralph is a content creator who has just been arrested, do you think maybe, given that he does commentary and shit, runs the kill stream, which a lot of these people have been on, do you think maybe their audience would, should be aware? Even if they're going to say that none of it's true, right? Do you think maybe they should talk about it? Let people know what's going on?
I mean, I would think that the fact that he was arrested would at least pique their interest. I mean, that's news, isn't it? I mean, at least according to anybody that's paying attention, because once you become a content creator, you become a public figure. Once you build up a significant following, you become a public figure of sorts. Although on a very small scale, you do become kind of a public figure. It's not to say that you become this world famous person, but you at least become known in this particular space of the internet, right?
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
And so you become somewhat of a public figure, and I would think that would be newsworthy if you're one of these news / commentary / drama channels, whatever they want to call. I mean, I think that would at least be something to note, right? The fact that this other commentator,
that's a good point. You're making a good point there.
Yeah, this other person of note that has a substantial following. I mean, I don't know how big Ethan Ralph's following is. I know that he used to be on YouTube, but I know his channel got terminated for violating terms or whatever. I don't know the specifics on it. I'm not going to say he did or didn't violate terms, because I don't. I think I've seen maybe a stream or two of his in passing. So I don't really know a whole lot about the guy. So I don't know what he did or what it was that got him kicked off of YouTube. I just know that he was kicked off of YouTube, right?
Yeah.
But I know he's gone to other platforms to stream though since then, and he seems to be, or at least for the most part, even though his YouTube account was terminated or whatever, he seemed to be doing just fine, right? I mean, even though he left the platform, I mean, he still had his stream going and whatever.
Yeah.
But again, the fact that he's a prominent online figure within that community, that, like I said, that news / commentary / drama community, I would think it would be of interest of them to at least and not even necessarily put an opinion behind it if they don't want to, because they feel that that's their friend or whatever, which I don't know who has what relationship with what, but like I said, I know that some of them are friends in that community, and they talk to each other on a personal basis, behind the scenes or whatever, and run in a lot of the same circles. But I would think the fact that he got arrested would at least be worthy of mention, even if they're not gonna opine on the situation. Just them, I would expect to hear somebody at least report on that situation, right? Hey, so and so has been arrested, blah 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 blah. Allegedly due to this, that, or the other, because they don't have to say like, oh, he for sure did that or whatever. I mean, usually the terminology is right, is allegedly, because everybody gets to have their day in court, innocent until proven guilty, or at least that's the thought, right?
Yeah.
Or at least that's the way I should say that's the thought. That's the way it's supposed to be, right? Innocent until proven guilty. But I would think that it'd be at least worthy of a mention. This kind of odd that you're what you're saying is nobody's really talked about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you have. Obviously, you're here right now. And
Steve DeLive also did a stream about this. Right, it's up on his channel right now.
So there are a few people that are talking about it.
Yeah,
but not anybody that is potentially part of his circle. Am I getting that right?
Yeah. Not anyone who's done streams with him before or been on his channel before. They're not talking about it. Yeah, keeping their mouth shut. Right. So again, what you said is true, right? I've already said, like, look, this whole thing could be fake. These text messages could be fake, right? Because he says that they're fake, right? They could all be fucking fake. The person that leaked the revenge porn could have just done this very fucking elaborate scheme to frame him, right? This is all within the realm of possibility. Just to be clear, right? It is absolutely within the realm of possibility. My opinion, I don't really believe that, but that's my opinion. Okay. And as of right now, he is 100% innocent until proven guilty. My point is, there is so much more here than the stuff they're on right now with this pyro guy, right? And
Well,
none of them wants to talk about it.
Well, let me ask you this: you said he was arrested. Is there an arrest report?
Yeah,
Any of that stuff? Because
well, he even said that he was arrested, and then he went on to call her a lying so and so, and said that she had made claims against her parents before, right? And
yeah,
I was reading those text messages. I saw the comment he made about her family wanting to cut her out and shit, right?
Mm.
I kind of feel like she can absolutely, and this is just my opinion, right? I'm not saying that this is actually what happened. But I would feel like what she would do is say that the reason why she made those claims against her father was because of Ethan and Ethan manipulating her, right?
Okay.
And the supporting evidence to that would be the text message where he says that her family is going to cut her out, isolating her.
Okay.
Aw, Jazz. I love you, baby. Thank you.
Yeah, that. I mean, sounds like a messy situation. Like I said, I would think in order. Maybe the reason why, I mean, nobody saying anything obviously is either it's a matter of not wanting to burn any bridges, or the fact that maybe, just maybe, because from what it sounds like, I mean, look, and again, can't speak to this guy's character, don't know him personally. Maybe everything's just an online persona for him. I mean, but obviously this is some he's being brought up on some stuff that is pretty messed up. I mean, not the worst stuff in the world, but it's obviously it's not good, right?
Yeah.
It's bad. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's pretty bad. Not the worst thing ever, but still kind of not good. Doesn't paint him in the best light, right?
Yeah.
Here I'm hearing this and I'm thinking, maybe you never know, because I mean, look, if this is true about him, right, all what she's alleging, or if there's any kind of truth to it, any kind of truth to what she's alleging about his character here, or if these text messages are true, he sounds like the kind of guy, at least again, if we're to believe the messages and things like that, if they're to be true, and again, this is I'm saying this from the perspective of somebody who knows absolutely nothing about him, but just if we're just to go on the messages and what's being said here, I would think he would be the kind of person that would he would be like a J. Edgar Hoover type, right? I'm gonna make sure I have dirt on everybody, so in case my back's ever against the wall, you know what I mean? I have something on everybody, you know what I mean? Or at least something, I don't know, because it sounds like he's a very for again, and if any of this is true, it sounds like he's a very cunning and manipulative individual from the way he's being portrayed by these messages, which again, in fairness, allegedly, because we don't know if they're authentic or not, but if we're to believe that, and just from what's being said, then there's the kind of guy that would, sounds like he would have his he'd have his little J. Hoover file on people, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, it does seem that way anyways, but you can never really tell, right?
Well, I mean, I would think, like I said, once and it depends. It depends on the individual, of course, but there's people that are like that out there. Once they get to a position of, I won't say so much power, but where you're in this kind of information business, right? Whether or not it's true, or there's a degree of, or even if there's just a slight degree of truth to it, and you can verify it in some way, or have some kind of proof, and think about the nature of that community, right? It's called the commentary community, but it's often called the drama community too, because of the
because of all the drama.
Well, because of the whole talking about other people and stuff like that. It's what they do. And again, nothing wrong with it. I mean, to each their own. However you get yours is however you get yours. But I would think at some point, getting all that information, right, from all these different types of sources, and especially if you get stuff authenticated and verified. I mean, I don't doubt, that plenty of them have, once they build up a substantial following and they can, they have these resources, they're going to have stuff in their back pocket for just in case, right? Especially if it turns out that there's people in their camps, right? Or not necessarily their camps, but are part of their social circles that they don't necessarily trust. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
So,
I think that's all fair, right?
And I would think, given the nature of that community, I mean, you're probably not going to trust a whole lot of people as it is, because I mean, you never know who might be coming for you, right?
Yeah,
at any point.
I think that that's very fair, right? And again, like, I can understand if the argument is like, he's my friend, so I want to let this play out, right? I can understand that, but at least you think that you would bring up the conversation, right? You think that you would at least talk about it, right? Go address it, not in a negative way, right? But if you believe in what he's saying, you think you'd bring it up. If you don't believe in what he's saying, you think you'd bring it up. If you're completely neutral on it, well, at this point, the man's been arrested. Now, I get it. The arrest happened like literally yesterday, right? But I would think that that'd be kind of breaking. I think that you jump on that because these guys jump on this shit all the time. I think it is relevant to talk about, right? Even if you like the guy, at least mention, hey, he's been arrested. Nothing's been proven. We need to wait for all the evidence. Honestly, that's respectful.
Yeah, I think that's, yeah, you could say, you could actually exactly put it like that. Listen, a very prominent so-and-so, a very prominent member of the online commentary community has been arrested. Don't know all the details yet. Just the fact that that's what he has said at this point in time, that he was arrested yesterday for XYZ reasons. We can, I'll give you an update once I have more information, but as of right now, that's all we know based on this, that, or the other. And not really, like I said, not give an opinion either way, because I don't think that that's you stabbing somebody in the back. I mean, I would think that that's news, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Despite if it's somebody that you know or not. Now, of course, if you want to give the person the courtesy because they are your friend and let them know, hey, listen, I'm going to, and even though you don't really have to do that because he exists in that same online space that you do, on YouTube, where this is, publicly, this is something that's being publicly talked about. So I don't think you even really need to ask permission, but, I guess you always could if you wanted to. Hey, listen, I'm going to make a video about what happened to you because it's being put out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now,
nothing definitive,
yeah,
but
you
bring it up.
I mean, and even if, I guess if you wanted to, it's like, hey, is there any statement that you want me to put out, or do you want me to say no comment at this time? I guess you could kind of do that too if you want to kind of give him an opportunity to explain himself, right? Do him the courtesy, even though again, you don't necessarily have to do that, but you can do that, right?
Yeah.
Just to inform people, just to inform your audience, because especially if you're a person that creates content online, there's and you run in the kind of same circles, you have to. I would assume that there's some cross pollination there, right? You probably share some of the same audience, so maybe they don't know yet, right? Some of the audience that you share might not know yet, and they might want to know. You know what I mean? They might want to know that one of their favorite content creators has gotten in trouble with the law or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or it might concern them in some way. I don't know. But yeah, I think there's ways to do it without you necessarily throwing them under the bus. But the thing is, here's the thing though, too. What I've noticed is that again, once people get to a certain point where they, are of a, they get a substantial following, there is some egos involved, and maybe it's okay for Ethan to say it, right? For Ethan to go out and say, I've been arrested, but he doesn't necessarily want other people to comment on it, right? And he might actually get upset over it. I don't know. Maybe they know that about him. Maybe that's not why they're not saying anything. But hearing this situation, it reminds me of this, and this happened maybe like a year or two ago, but Patty and Yes Punk does two podcasts, right? He does one where it's, he has one where he does it with a co-host, and another one that he does by himself, where he kind of interviews these prominent online or online gaming figures, or just people in the gaming industry, right?
Yeah.
Where he interviews them, and at one point he had Rich from Review Tech USA on, and apparently not long after he had interviewed him, he there was that whole debacle with Pat. Obviously, people remember where Pat infamously, did the, basically him and his co-host, they kind of went off on people saying that they were entitled and that they didn't deserve anything because of the Diablo game that was coming out to mobile, and that they needed to stop acting entitled. Just a really bad take, right? Gave that first really bad take, and then he did another one. I can't forget, or I can't remember what it was, but he did another take that was just as equally bad not long after that. And Rich from Review Tech criticized him for it. Now, mind you, he didn't say anything. I don't believe he said anything that was really insulting or anything. He just, he gave some honest criticism, like, hey, this is a really bad take, right?
Yeah.
But apparently, Pat got upset over that because I guess he felt that Rich should have informed him that he was going to do a video about him, giving an opinion, basically kind of criticizing Pat for his bad take, and truthfully, I mean, I understand Pat's point of view because I guess he thought that, him and Rich were cool and they're friends, but I don't know, or maybe that they, maybe as a professional courtesy, but at the same time, I look at it, it's just like, I mean, how well do you know Rich? I mean, does he really owe you that, to tell you beforehand? But I can see where maybe he felt that maybe, hey, heads up, I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to criticize you for, your take. I'm going to make a video about it. So I'm just letting you know beforehand. I mean, I guess that would have been nice, but at the same time, I look at it and I'm like, it's not really a requirement, right?
Yeah.
He's not obligated to give Pat a heads up for criticizing Pat for something that Pat himself put out there publicly, right? But I can see where he might have felt slighted because it's like, oh, I just had this guy on my podcast, and then he goes and he does this video where he, talks trash about him, even though he wasn't really talking trash about Pat. He just criticized, Pat's, he criticized him for having a bad take, but at no point did he ever like insult him,
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. These, once people get to that point, where they have these substantial followings, I guess maybe they feel, they get that bit of an ego and they feel that, hey, give me a heads up or something like that, even though I don't think that it's necessarily owed in a situation like that. But yeah, maybe. And maybe that's the situation that we see here with Ethan, right? Maybe they want to give him a heads up. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to, maybe there's this thing they don't want to criticize because they don't want to burn that bridge. I don't know. But I would think, again, given the nature of the community that you're in, it's newsworthy. You know what I mean? And I think there's ways to do it where you don't ruffle any feathers, but maybe none of them feel that they can do that. I don't know. Can't really
yeah. And the thing is, that's all possible, right? No, again, it is possible. They're just sitting on the story, they're waiting and everything. But like, I've got to say, all of them, right? That's the part where I'm just like,
well, think about this. Here's another thing. Here's another thing too. It's just like, again, if they're friends with the guy, maybe that's also why they're not jumping on immediately, because they want more information. They want to hear from him first. They want something. They want a little bit more before they talk about it. Which again, that's a nice sentiment, I guess. But if that's not the same kind of deference that they're giving other people, of course it doesn't look good. But at the same time, look. Rules, there's going to be exceptions to the rules, right? When it comes to your friends.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? I can understand that. I can. But at this point, this has been going on for like 2 weeks now, right? The stuff with the ex and everything, he's been accused of choking her out. In fact, we read in the messages where she says that she had to leave because he hurt her, right? His response was, "You hurt me more." Not, "That didn't happen. I didn't do that." So like, is that proof? No, it's not. But yeah, he's not really denying hurting her. Now, maybe they're referring to like mentally, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they're referring to. But come on, there's an allegation that he assaulted her.
Yeah, and again, it's what is that? What he got arrested for? Is he assaulted her, or is
No,
just
he got
the
arrested
video
for
thing?
the revenge porn.
So it's just the video thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
again, that's not good. That's obviously, it's not the worst thing ever, right? I think it probably would have been a lot worse had he, put his hands on her and put her in the hospital. But at the same time, but it's not good either, obviously, because it's
Yeah.
it's
No, and
him taking a private moment that they had and putting it out there to the public. That's it's a violation.
It's a violation. Is that what you were saying? Oh, John, did you cut out? No, John is gone. All right. Well, let me close this up, right? Because look, I said this was going to be a shorter stream, and obviously it went on a little bit longer than I felt like it. If we're going to see, people in the commentary community come out, make videos. Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, I was about to just start closing up because I thought you were I thought you were disconnected.
No, I was saying, what's the last thing you heard before it cut out?
Something.
Dark side. No, I was just saying that it was a violation of her privacy, obviously, and you're humiliating the mother of your child, right? Because she's pregnant, you said, right?
Yeah, she is.
I mean, no matter how bad the relationship ends between you and her, I'm saying, I mean, come on, man, she's gonna have your kid. I'm not saying that you have to be her best friend, and I'm sure there's a lot of hurt to go around on both sides. Maybe, maybe there's stuff that she did that was really messed up that we just don't know about yet. But you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
There are other ways of handling this.
Oh, absolutely. Well, you would think also. I mean, how old is she? How old is he?
She is. Gosh, how old is she? Fuck. She is 19 at this point.
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, how old is he?
He's 36, 37, I think, at this point.
Oh wow! So there's a significant age difference too. That's kind of it's kind of messed up because he's grown.
He is very grown.
I thought that they were close in age. Okay, wow, that's pretty messed up. Yeah, I mean, I would think you would find a more mature way to handle a situation than that.
I mean, you would hope.
I would think. I mean, but then again, look, we've talked about it before. There's grown men that act, more mature than kids in their teens sometimes, which is unfortunate, but it is true. I mean, that's messed up. And now another question for you: was this video shared before or after he knew that she was pregnant with his child?
I think it was before. I want to say it was before. Well, actually, hold on.
Which I mean, that doesn't make it any better. Don't get me wrong.
When was this shared? Because this was a while ago.
Yeah, because I mean that not that will make any kind of difference, really. I mean, it's still bad. Yeah. But I'm just saying that, maybe there would have been more restraint to not do something like that had he known that she was pregnant with his kid. But if it's a what I mean? But that's obviously that's speculation. There's no way to know if he wouldn't have done it regardless. So. Yeah,
no. And look, it's possible that he is innocent of all this, right? That is, I will always say,
allegedly, right? All this is allegedly. We have to say allegedly until, again, everybody deserves, they deserve to have their day in court. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, if it's one of those things, it's just like, and it's all proven to be true. Yeah, not good, not good. really not good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything more to add. I mean, like I said, I'm just trying to give the most kind of like just
Neutral.
as a person removed from the situation, just kind of like just an overall opinion, I guess, based on where things are at, I guess, right now from what you've told me. You know?
Yeah. Look, again, it is all alleged, right? It is highly possible, right, that it's all, well, not highly, but it's possible that it's all fake, right? That that entire
sure.
text message conversation, which is massive and long, right? That we're not talking about like a couple texts. We're talking about like an entire conversation, right? I think 30 something screenshots plus, that they're all fake. Right?
I mean, look, for all we know, the whole situation could be fake, right? Could all
Yeah.
be a publicity stunt for all we know. I mean, you never really know. I mean, I don't think it would be wise. But
I mean,
you know, I don't
it'd
think
be
it'd be
going
wise.
kind of far, honestly. But yeah,
I mean, that'd be going a little bit. I mean, a publicity stunt. Janet Jackson having the quote unquote wardrobe malfunction. Okay, that's a it's a controversial publicity stunt, but it really doesn't hurt anybody at the end of the day, right? But like something like this, it's a little bit of an extreme route to go if it's just all a publicity stunt, right? Which probably isn't, but you never know. Maybe it's within the realm of possibility, right?
well, okay. Stranger things have happened. I think that's a good.
Stranger things have happened, yeah.
Yeah.
So
the thing is, it's just you look at it and you got to go like. At this point, I think that there is a lot there, right? It could be fake, right? It could be all made up. But he's been arrested.
fake.
He's been arrested
Could be fake.
at this point. So I would expect, that if a somewhat well-known figure, right, in commentary who has done streams with these other individuals, he has a platform, he has a reputation and everything. Not a good one, but he has one, right? I think that, we wait like a week, right? We see if these guys want to actually address it. Okay. And then I think we'll know I think we'll know their character, right? I think you'll know their character. Wait a week, see what they do. I'm not saying they need to go out and crucify this guy, right? Especially if they're friends. Especially if they're friends.
Yeah, of course. And the thing is, and to something you said earlier, they don't necessarily have to report on it first day either, because they might still be in the information gathering phase as well. Because to be fair, right? When I don't know how long people take to gather their information. Some of these channels, maybe people just run with stuff as soon as they hear it. Maybe others are a little bit more diligent and wait a week or a couple days. They really go into overdrive gathering info. I don't know what their process is.
I mean,
so I wouldn't say to hold that against anybody either. If they're not reporting on it day one, because they're probably like everyone else, just trying to get to the bottom, or at least get as much information as possible so they can, try to report on the situation as fairly as possible, right? But then again, I don't know. I don't know what is the usual for a lot of them. I don't know what they take and run with. I mean, we've seen it before in the past. People sometimes, because they want to be first on talking about a situation, that they want to beat everybody else out the gate. Well, that's usually a recipe for disaster, right? I mean,
well, I think I think there's some fairness to that statement, because, and this is not me clowning on Augie, right? Because he did a video, like a bunch of these guys jumped on the fucking Pokemon stuff with Fedmeister, sided with Fedmeister pretty hard. I don't fault him for that. Look, I think Pokemon's a fucking liar, right? But Augie did a video saying Fedmeister was canceled for doing absolutely nothing, right? And then, later on, there was another allegation was a little bit more serious. And, he did a video, talked about it, said he was unlisting the video because, it was something that he put out there. He was correcting himself, and he said what Fedmeister did, as far as he was concerned, wasn't the sort of thing he wanted to promote, right? Yeah. And respect for him for doing that, right?
Yeah, I mean, and that's exactly what you're supposed to do is take accountability, and it's okay to admit when you're wrong about something. And I think that's what it is. I mean, I think sometimes that people, they want to be first, but they're not worried about whether or not it's right. You know what I mean? Whether or not it's anything that is true.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, absolutely. I would say though that at this point, you know, now that the guy's been arrested, that is at least newsworthy. Like, not, you don't need to give an opinion. You don't need to say definitively these things happen, but you know, he has actually been arrested. So
exactly. Yeah, and I think that is worthy of mention, you know.
yeah.
That is worthy of mention.
No.
So
So
I don't know, but
yeah.
again,
I'm a little bit harder on it just because I've watched these guys' content before. I know that they jump on stories all the time, right? So yeah, I think that it is a little bit weird that they're being very quiet about this one. Not the arrest, but the other stuff that's come out, right? Those messages have been out there for a while. Okay. I think it's very weird. I think it's very weird not to talk about it. Now, as far as the arrest goes, look, I mean, if you want to gather, you know, verify, make sure those messages are real somehow, or disprove them, that I can understand taking time to do.
Yeah.
But an arrest has happened. That is newsworthy. That is something that you should be informing people of, because Ethan Ralph does have a reputation in that community. Even if he's not on the YouTube platform anymore, you know, he's still very well known. Okay. Like, that's just where I feel about it. I'm glad you were here, right? I'm glad you're here, John,
right.
because to me, I look at this and I immediately want to jump in, right? As far as criticizing them for the silence, and especially in relation to, Kindred, I'm on the East Coast, especially in relation to the Power Cynical stuff, right? Because we want to talk about circumstantial evidence and everything. There's a fuck ton. Not even circumstantial, there's actual text messages and everything. He's been arrested now. That to me would be, that's insane, right?
Well, I think I get what you're saying. There's something that is actually, you believe there's much more concrete evidence, I guess, in this particular instance. So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
And you know, here's the thing. We could find out that it's all fake and everything, and I'll absolutely do a follow-up, because then I'd want to go after whoever's faking this shit, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely would. In fact, I don't know if I'm going to have the ability to do it tonight, because I'm going to record something else tonight. But there's a situation of a YouTuber, and we covered his channel getting attacked by the George Floyd gaming copycat community and everything, right? Well, I found out the guy is a content thief, right? It was brought to my attention. And I think I actually showed you the message on or the video on Twitter in the DMs. I don't know if you ever had a chance to see it. But, you know, given that I covered that guy about how he had been attacked, I want to cover the fact that, you know, he is a legitimate fucking content thief. He's stealing some guy's YouTube thumbnails. He's stealing his titles. And he's even like commented towards the guy, you know, thanks for the content, you know, shit like that. I just watch your channel, so I have content, like that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's very relevant. It's not like it happened once or twice. We're talking about like it's consistently happening, right? So I'm going to address that situation because, you know, I talked about his channel before, and now I find out he's a content thief. I'm going to talk about it now. Right. And hopefully I'll have that video up. I want to have it up by Friday.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely, I mean, that's an issue since the early days of YouTube. That's never really going to go away. There's always going to be people doing that. It's unfortunate that people feel the need to, you know, not put in work of their own. I would think you'd want to be known for your own stuff instead of cutting the corners. But, you know, sometimes that's just it's the nature of people, right? Why do the work when somebody else could do it and you could steal it, right? So
well, yeah. If it was like, look, he's a small channel and everything, so he's bigger than my channel though. But I mean, he's a small channel, so I understand making mistakes. I've made mistakes on the platform before too, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure that there was one time where I used somebody's thumbnail. Okay, I'm sure it must have happened. Okay. Or I like took a screenshot of something, I slightly edited it, and that could be seen as lazy, right? And this is like way back before even 1,000 subs, when the channel had a different name and everything, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that I've made mistakes too, and you know, someone wants to say, "Hey, you did this shit." Say, "Yeah, I fucking did. I apologize. I'm sorry." Situation with this guy is like legitimately keeps doing it and has flat out told the person that he's stealing his content. So like, I think that's a little bit worse.
Yeah, I mean, he's literally telling him straight. That's not only jerky. I mean, it's kind of ballsy too, man. He said, "Yeah, I'm stealing your stuff and what?"
Just walk into someone's house, take their TV. Yeah, I stole it. Fuck you. Actually, you know what? I'll give you guys a funny situation. So one of the places I worked at, this was years ago. There was like a lounge area for, you know, clients to sit down and, you know, watch TV and everything. This dude, I guess, was really upset at the location I was working at, right? I don't want to give you too much context. I don't like people knowing what I do. But he was really upset. Okay. And we found out about this later. So he came in one day, like on a Saturday, walked right into the lounge area, disconnected the flat screen TV. And we're talking about like, this is a very expensive television. He disconnects it, puts it into his vehicle, and just drives off. And then sends one of the reps there a message saying, "Since you fucked me, I fucked you."
Okay.
Well, you gotta respect the fucking balls on the guy.
Yeah. I can't. Wow. I mean, look, some people, man, they just don't care, man. They just don't care. They just don't care, dude. You know?
But we'll see how it plays out. We'll see how this whole thing plays out. I'll keep following up on it because, look, I think this dude's going to go to jail, right? I think he's going to serve time for what he did, or he's going to plea out or something like that. But, you know, the situation with the ex and everything, how that relationship developed, the things that he's done, the things that he's tried to push her into doing and it has pushed her into doing, it makes me feel fucking sick. It makes me feel fucking sick because, and you know, again, the power in the Ivory situation, right? People say Ivory's a victim. Ivory's a victim. I go like, no, Ivory is not a victim. Okay. Ivory, this girl is saying like, I don't want to do this, but you're forcing me to. I don't want to do this, but I can't raise this baby alone. I don't feel comfortable. There is none of that in the Power Cynical and Ivory stuff, right? These two had an amicable relationship for years up until, you know, just recently. Okay? And maybe there's some stuff behind the scenes. I don't know. But like, you can see it in these messages that girl is like desperate. Okay. And I just, it makes me sick, like reading through that stuff. And there's more text messages. We didn't go through them all. Right. It makes me very disturbed that someone out there is doing that shit. And, you know, he clearly used his platform to develop that relationship too. So,
yeah, of course.
You know, we want to talk about like someone who's a danger. Yeah. And you want to talk about like legality? Look, there's no crime there up until the revenge porn, right? Up until the revenge porn. But how do I say it? It is highly immoral. What is being alleged there? Highly fucking immoral to an insane level. You're talking about someone who's twice this girl's age, pressuring her into doing sexual activities that she is clearly uncomfortable with, and using the pregnancy against her, saying that she's alone, isolating her, all that shit. I don't know. It's disturbing to me. It's really fucking disturbing to me. And
well, it should be. I mean, it's a bad situation. It's a horrible 100%. Situation, man.
All right. Well, I hate to end it on a downer note. I do, guys. But yeah, that's what I have for today. I'll try to drop a video tomorrow because, you know, I have people who've been dropping comments on the Power Cynical videos saying like it's been confirmed that Power Cynical lied and shit. You know, nothing he said was truthful. Yada, all this shit, right? And I addressed it on stream. I'm going to do a video about it as well, so the same people can run in and call me an idiot because it's good times. It's good times. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it always is. But the thing was, just to address that, right? I found this stream, right? It's a stream that is nothing but watching Power Cynical sub loss, right? And I jumped in there at night because I was looking at the comments, and people were like, "He's a confirmed groomer. He groomed that kid. He's a groomer. He's a groomer." And people will say anything neutral or positive of Pyro, and they'll just jump in on them saying, "Why are you defending a groomer?" I'm like, "Okay, all right. He lied about everything." Oh, okay, all right. But yeah, no, look, I saw that. I was like, these people don't actually care what the facts are, right? They see a scandal, they see controversy, and they gotta jump in on it. They gotta fucking jump in and drag someone.
Well, sometimes it's not about the truth. It's just about, narrative, and it's about being first. So, I mean, and I'm not saying that for everybody, but I would think it's for some people. So,
yeah,
it is what it is.
It is. Anyways, guys, hopefully y'all have the video up tomorrow. Try to drop around like 2 or 3. John, thank you for coming on tonight. I know you're really busy with the video you're going to be dropping. Do you want to tell everyone about it?
Not at this time. Not at this time.
I want to spoil it, but I'm not going to. But yeah, John.
Well, the first part is already up on my channel, so if anybody is interested in that kind of stuff, so
yeah, actually, hold on. Let me go to your channel so I can get the link and put it in the description. But do you want to tell them what the first part was?
It's just a documentary series. I mean, you can tell them if you want. It's fine. I'm not sure if your audience is into that kind of content, but
into
if they are, yeah, if they are, by all means.
Well, so the first part is Marvel Man in Japan, the Gene Palick story, part 1. Spider-Man goes abroad. Huh?
Pelk.
I
Gene Pelk.
said his name wrong, didn't I? Yeah, I'm a piece of shit. But look, I think a lot of my audience is really into comic books because I talk about it regularly on the stream. So yeah, I think they'd be very interested in at least that part, because Japanese Spider-Man is one of the coolest fucking Spider-Mans. He's got his own fucking mech, right? He's got his own fucking mech. Actually, here, check out Toy Bounty Hunter's channel. One of the things I noticed, right? They did the Spider-Verse comic, right? This is before the Into the Spider-Verse movie, but Japanese Spider-Man was a part of that special comic that they did. And actually, I thought the Spider-Verse comic was great.
Brief, yeah, it's a brief part. It's a brief part of it. So,
anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in again. Lawrence, you're gonna have to sit through and watch the whole stream again. I'm sorry, buddy. We're gonna be heading out. Thank you so much for tuning in again. Hopefully, I'll have the video up tomorrow, and I'll try to get the video about this content thief up on Friday. But thank you all again for tuning in, and we'll go ahead and see you next time. John, again, as always, thank you for being on the channel with me. I always do appreciate it. I know I stream at very inconvenient times for you, so I super